and welcome to another beautiful edition of the program, The Banter. Thank God it's Friday, oh yes, and we are all here ready, set for the show to run. We have somebody in the house that I would say that I've actually missed this person for quite a while, but thank God he's here with us today. Let me not go there first. Israel, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm fine. It's good to be here.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, thank God it's
So
Friday.
what's going to happen after office activities?
Let's see after the show.
We are balling. Okay, so let me come back to this guy by my left. I've actually missed this guy on the show. I mean, I have to be honest. And I hope he's not going to give me some troubles today again, just as usual. Jove of Vienna.
Hello, how it is, man? How you doing? It gives me such an incalculable pleasure. Enormous pleasure being on the Banter today. Sissy, you're looking enormously fly.
That's why I missed you, Juvie. So nobody to give me all those accolades, or I don't know what I would call it. Those are incalculable and all of that. It's good to have you again on Banter. So how you doing?
I'm handsome.
We are all looking native. We are all looking Friday.
Yes.
We are all looking party and all of that. Okay, so like Israel would say, when you are ready, we are ready. So we are set for the show. Today we want to look at this popular street phrase, no grief for anybody. Is that it?
Of course.
Okay, so no, I want to be sure. No grief for anybody. So of course we want to speak to how the Nigerians have been reacting to it. For me, it's a two-way thing. I don't know what Jove's opinion is. I don't know what Israel thinks about it. But let's get started. And I'll start with Jove because I've missed Jove a lot. So let me come to you. So no grief for anybody. I mean, it's a phrase. I think that started January 1st or probably before then. A lot of people, you know, even in religious homes, you hear them saying, this 2024, no grief for anybody. And there are mixed feelings, mixed reactions and all of that. What's your take? What do you think?
Okay. It's a pleasure being on the platform once again.
Yeah.
There was a scripture to read, Ephesians 6:10 or thereabouts. We wrestle not against flesh and blood and all. There is the pidgin version to it. And so people started. I saw a couple of my friends like, not grief for anybody. Ephesians 6, they're like, what's up? Is this in the scripture?
Okay.
And not quite long, the Nigerian army also said not grief for anybody in the sense of terrorists and all that. The police came out and said, guys, be careful, don't over-push the boundary and all that. And people, you know our culture right here in Nigeria now, we over-sabi do sometimes and we push things beyond the limit. So people are advised, please tread carefully. Don't go out to hit people, to fight over things that are not necessary. Don't run too much when you're driving. Life not get duplicate and all that. So for me, I think it's a catchword or a buzzword for now, but be careful. I don't jump on things like that. So it makes that I lay back and from what end is all these things coming from. And for me, it's Nigeria, it's fun. Go out, mind your business, look handsome and beautiful. Don't do more than it's necessary.
Okay, so let's come to Israel. What do you think?
Okay, well, I think this is not the first time we're having a mantra, a slogan that goes viral. And, you know, as the year is starting, even the religious bodies in my own church, they give us a mantra too for the year. You get so why religious organizations are giving out those slogans. So I think some set of people come together and say, what should be our focus this year? How should we address life? How should we forge ahead? And they say, okay, no grief for anybody. So we are saying that we won't grieve for corruption. Okay. We won't grieve for anything, any thuggery. Okay. We won't grieve for anything that will not support us. Okay. We won't grieve for things that will tarnish our image. We will stand with the truth and we will defend it.
I think it's making a lot of sense now.
So that is
it's making a lot of sense
for anybody. Okay. But another aspect of it is that anytime you have this kind of thing, we have people who stay behind to change the narrative. You understand? But the real essence of this kind of conversation is that we want to push a conversation that no grief for anybody in the right perspective. You understand? I think that is what is it for me.
Okay, so thank you very much. And before we go further, I want us to quickly take a trivia from Souk Pigeon, that's our sister's station. Yes, no grief for anybody. I think these guys went on the streets to capture people's reaction on that phrase. No grief for anybody. What do you think? Let's hear what Nigerians on the streets are saying.
No grief for anybody city trend. May we enter Lagos City, find out what people no want grief for this Lagos. Follow me, may we jollificate on top this matter.
No grief for anybody. We say your fellow man come to you and charge you in the way you know say na right. You will never agree for the person now, which you know you are right. How can you be? And for me, I will not agree. Even if you try me, I will let you know, say I will never agree. I will challenge you for it.
If you do normal, I do normal for you. Soldier come now, slap you slap your own back.
It is smoky, boy.
Like, if you don't agree for someone that's not good, or elderly that's not good, sha.
This year, may you not grieve for anybody. May you also make you also. You understand?
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
Yes, I don't go agree, especially for this Nigeria. As Nigeria they go now, still they go. I don't go agree. Even business. If you know how their business tight, enemy go mock you. That's why I don't go agree. For this 2024, I go make camp.
You don't hear now, you hear people wait and say they don't want grief for any soldier, they don't want grief for anybody for this Lagos. Stay tuned to our channel for more of this. Don't forget, drop your comment on our comment section. Maybe we find out what thing you said no one grief for. Make we laugh together.
Okay, I think I'm also going to jam my hands together. I give that last woman a round of applause. Yes, no grief for anybody, and she was actually particular about her business because she wants to make it. Yes, the business economy, the business environment is not smiling, and for you to succeed, for you to do well, you just have to double up. You know, you have to double up. So, yes, I give it to her. But again, I want to refer to that young lady that said, if soldier slap you, make you slap her back. I mean, my sister, what did go tell you? You know, so, and I'll bring you back to Juvie. You know, you talked about, you mentioned, you know, drive carefully, just do your thing. You want to agree with me that some Nigerians, some individual people on the streets using this phrase, they don't say no grief for anybody. See that guy, you want to overtake me. And before you know it, something disastrous might happen, you know, accidents and all of that. You know, what do you want to say to this? What advice do you have?
I think, like we all know, for me, basically, when things like this happen, catchphrase, everybody's buzzing, it's a fad, everybody's jumping on it. I really don't jump on things because I'm thinking, life, just one life, all right? So when there is what in psychology is hard instincts. Everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's moving in the same direction. Sometimes you need to step out of whatever it is people are going through and ask yourself, what do I understand what they are saying? Am I saying in the same way? I was on a bus a couple of days ago and someone was saying, this year, whoever calls me for money, not great for anybody, I'm not giving, that's my resolve for the year. And for a driver who is driving rather recklessly, sometimes you just tell him once, guy, where I'm going, I already know the place. I'm not in a hurry. Please don't take me where I'm not headed. So you must decide what you want for yourself. Like someone saying this year, I want to make it. What are the plans? What are the, you know, the landmarks? What do you want to make? When people say, I want to make it, what do you want to make? So you must have what it is you decide to do this year. If it is not great for anybody, if it is sin, if it is the government, if it is yourself, if your habits are wrong, then let's start from ourselves and not first someone, do you understand?
Yes,
not someone
yes.
else.
Because
start with our habit, the character that is wrong. Why not? Yes. I want to do a makeover of my life this year. Yes. I'm not going to grieve for sin. I'm not going to grieve for laziness. I'm not going to grieve for excuses. You know, things like that. I think it makes more sense.
Yes, I agree with you because really, I think to a very large extent, this will influence people's decision. You know, it will even raise kind of leading to outbursts, reacting when you are not supposed to react, because in your subconscious, you already have that phrase. You already have that in your mind. anything you just want to trigger, you understand, it will just trigger anything and you want to react. So for me, I think bringing it home, you know, personalizing it the positive way, you know, would be the best. I want to believe that to a large extent, if we are not careful, this will also kill emotions, empathy. Just like you mentioned, someone said, you asked me for money, I'm not going to give you. You don't know the situation that person is. Probably you have someone in the hospital who really needs help, and someone is saying, is standing on that call it mantra or phrase, you know, whatever. No grief for anybody. This year, no, he wants to use my head and all of that. Israel, what do you want to add to this?
Okay, so I believe this year, every one of us, we're taking our success into our hands. We want to be serious with whatever we do. And I think our religious organization, I will always talk about it, because I believe that everything, every product we have outside, everything we see outside, 80% of them emanate from them. Because, you know, I remember while I was growing up, there are some vehicles, when you see them, there is 2024, what do you call it? Is it logo or something?
Yes, yes, something they get from the religious home, yes.
So this thing, why they are going to work, in fact, some people even put it on their phone as screensaver.
They read the scripture.
It's reading. Some people, I have mine on my door at home.
Okay.
So when you are reading this thing, it forms your decision.
The one you have on your door, is it no evil fashion against me?
But it's not no grief for anybody.
So that one will block any
exactly.
evil forces.
But the bottom line is this, just like he has rightly said. If you say you are not grief for anybody, you have to be intentional. You have to understand what it means. You don't just jump into it. You must understand that the no grief for anybody we're saying is that despite the challenges, despite the hostile economic environment that we find ourselves in this country, we will still excel. You understand? Despite what has happened last year, we all know the rate at which dollar to naira, you understand? So things are becoming very expensive. But we are saying that even in all these things, we want to do our best. We won't grieve for poverty. You understand? We won't grieve for insecurity. We won't grieve. And I think recently the Nigerian police force came out to say they don't even
warn against
it, that they shouldn't take it overboard. But I think it's also very good because they are listening and they are observing what is going on. So I think that is why they came out to tell us that they are not going to allow anything that will you understand. So I think this is very, very is important. But before you know grief for anybody, think about it deeply. Because the person you know grief for today, you might need that person tomorrow. Obviously. And if you don't grieve for the person today, no go grieve for you tomorrow.
Of course, and that's it. If you don't grieve for the person today, if you don't grieve for you tomorrow, and that would not be nice. And the person is that vengeance? What do I call it? Okay, so like you rightly said, before we move to the next, you know, the police spokesperson actually have spoken, you know, because this could raise societal tension and could lead to anything. You see small gathering where something little is happening, you begin to hear people shouting, no grief for anybody, no, before you know it will lead to protests and all of that. I think that's a major reason why he has also come to caution that we don't take this at heart, don't take it too seriously, don't dwell on it, just let it go. And that's it. I'm also saying that no grief for anybody, let it be positive. Channel the positive energy towards it. Work hard, not just hard, work smart. You know, look for the best way to make a profit increase and to get better, improve yourself. You know, you're in an environment where it looks like you are not doing very well, you don't have the skill and all of that. And this time you want to say, no, I'm not grief for anybody, me too, I want to be better. You get it. You go and learn more, you learn more skills, undergo training, and all of that. I think that's the area we should be looking at when that phrase drops, no grief for anybody. On this note, we are saying that you should channel that phrase positively. Yes, so we'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, we will be looking at the very second topic for the day. That's also quite interesting. Probably somebody is going to throw me out of my seat here today. All right, let's go on a short break. We'll be back.
My name is Dr. Rafiu Oladipo.
My name is Baba Jalal Repega.
I'm Reverend Juliet Benite.
I'm Godio Didi.
My name is Professor Oladokun Sulaiman Olarawaju.
Sook News is on the ground, loading.
Very enlightening, very educative, and entertaining.
Thank you to Sook News.
So I'm happy that Sook TV has come into existence.
I'm happy to be here in the Sook News.
I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and keep watching news that makes sense.
As Browning said, one's extension of one's reach should not exceed one's grasp, or what is heaven for? And I think Sook News is doing that.
Africa needs a voice of truth, and Sook News has become one of them. And get ready, get ready, get ready.
And keep watching.
Keep watching Sook News.
Keep watching Sook News. It's a place to be.
Keep watching Sook News.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is your favorite show, the Banter. Yes, and we are here to speak on something very important, and that has to do with Omugwo. I think that's a term from the Igbo tribe.
Part of the country.
Yes, so, and I think Omugwo actually means, it's a traditional custom of postpartum care. Right, you know, so a lady puts to bed, a woman puts to bed, you need the parents or the family, relatives, someone just to come around to care for the mother and the baby. But what exactly do we want to speak to? Is Omugwo still relevant? So I think there's this social media post we saw where a lady came to cry out that her mother-in-law came. She put to bed and her mother-in-law came only for her to stay for a couple of, I think, days or so, you know, doing nothing. So she will be the one to care for herself, care for her baby, her newborn, and even care for the, you know, for her mother-in-law, right? And of course, it was also said that she did CS. She had a baby through CS. So, you know, putting all of that together, it's would say that it will be quite challenging, you know, for her to have herself a baby, and of course her what's it called now? Her mother-in-law, you know, all put together, you know. So I don't know. For her, she just felt she's not even supposed to come at all. Instead of coming to sit down, cross your leg, I'll do the cooking, I'll do the washing, and all of that. So let me come to Israel this time around. What do you think? Is Omugwo still relevant? And to that lady that went ahead to social media to cry out, what do you have to say?
Okay, so I think for me, anybody that is going into if you want to venture into a business, you must test your capability. Are you able to cope?
Okay.
You understand? So if you are relying on either your mother-in-law or your mom to come take care of your child in this present age, for me personally, you are not ready.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So why will you, a matured person, still think that the only person that can take care of my baby for me is an elderly person who also has her own challenges? So for her to come online to tell us that, okay, my mother-in-law will come and sit down, cross her legs, she did not even take care of she's not ready. Now you born the child. If you needed somebody to take care of it, go and get somebody and pay that person. The woman probably came to the house to rest.
Okay, so thank God I'm the only lady between two hefty guys. So like I said earlier, probably someone is going to throw me out of my seat here today, because maybe I'm going to use that phrase here, no grief for anybody. All right, Juvie, what do you think?
Well, I think, is it relevant?
It is still relevant.
Is it still relevant?
Okay,
yes, to a large extent.
Okay.
Yes, I believe in the African culture.
Okay.
I believe in the home setting, the family setting,
okay,
where you have, we don't actually live like the Europeans, like it's just nuclear. There's nothing like nuclear for us. It's a community. It's just the fact that Orlando sang, you know, Ishelo Momo, you know, Ordinarily, we would want to stay within the environment where we know our people and the large family. That is the beauty of what we enjoy as Africans.
Okay.
And so if you had left home, say you left Boronu for Lagos, it would be difficult for you to get maybe either, let's say your own mother down to Lagos to do the whole taking care of. But you know, the way it is you probably might not have your biological parents with you. There's almost always a community that will, because if you've not given birth before, you probably don't know how to handle this situation. If you saw the baby come out, like, what in the world? Do you understand what I'm saying? And so for some people, they are strong. They could handle it. For some, they're not strong.
But Israel said you're not ready for someone
that is not what makes you ready.
You shouldn't shift that.
No, I'm not saying for this lady. I'm trying to build up a thought.
Okay.
I'm not coming. I'll also come to this lady. I'm saying this is how we live as Africans. We live in community. So as a woman, I'm just thinking, the first time your body is experiencing this, the shock in your brain. So what do I do with this baby? Have you baited the baby before? Someone is there. We're not like the Europeans where you have the professionals handle the baby. Someone, your mother comes, or your aunt, your grand aunt, she comes, she handles the baby for you. She tells you, this is she touches the water. She doesn't need a thermometer. She touches it and says, this is body. If it is fitting, and you learn by observing. You learn. This is how you learn.
In the case of this lady now, the mother-in-law actually did not do anything.
Supposedly, we've not heard. It's both sides of the story. Did we hear from the mother-in-law? No. You have an advantage.
She's not a Gen Z mom now.
Social media to
she's not a social media person.
So
you don't expect her to come online to say.
Is it a right for you? It's not a right. It's a privilege.
Okay.
So if you never had your mother, you never had a mother-in-law.
It's a privilege. It's not a right. So
yes.
In the case of this woman, well, I will dwell more on this because it has to be the basis of the conversation.
Yes.
Right. Yes. For me, if you know you'll be coming and you will not be helping at all, then why
this is another twist to it. Hold on.
That's where we are getting it.
Easy, hold on, please.
That's the conversation.
This is a twist to it. If the woman was your mother, would you take it on social media?
Juvi is already pointing at me.
It's another twist. If that woman was a mother, would she have said, even if your mom was 1,000,000% sometimes wrong, you don't take it out. You handle it, you bury it. You understand? You want to just say, Mama, why did you come and do this? But obviously, because it's your mother-in-law, you want to push a thought. Yes, you want to push a thought and take sympathy or whatever it is from people outside. So, but what sense is that in it? Abiamo, I mean, a real mother would want to come in and assist.
Okay, thank you.
This is just an exception.
Thank you. Let's have it draw. So you said, I'll go back to, that means you are not ready. This lady had her baby through CS.
Okay.
Meaning that she would need enough time to get herself again. You understand? And if the mother wasn't available, the what's it called now? I don't know why I kept losing this word. The mother-in-law not available. You would know that nobody's available. It's just me. You understand? So, but you have your mother-in-law around, and she's not doing anything, and you still feel that she's not ready. Someone that actually did CS. So I don't know. Probably you want to convince me better.
So the pregnancy was a product of some steps. The pregnancy
obviously it won't jump in there.
Exactly. So
a conjugal bliss.
So
conjugal bliss. It's a beautiful experience.
From the point they got married,
yes,
they plan that they're going to have a child.
Okay.
So while they are planning, I'm very sure they plan and got some things for the child. They got. So
they should have also planned for a nanny or something.
See, it is, like you said, it is a privilege and not a right.
Okay.
For her to have come on social media to tell us this, my mom can come to my house and rest while my wife just came back.
To come and rest. So what if she had actually initially said, okay, please, I don't even want, let your mom or my mom not even come around. Let us just do this thing by ourselves.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you, as the man, wouldn't you have complained? Why would you say my mom should not come?
No,
your mom might not come. You guys, that's
what I'm saying.
Your mom is okay, she's your mom. But for my mom, she's going to come. She needs to see my baby.
But we're going to discuss
it. You guys.
we're going to discuss this. But now, in this particular situation, my mom is around.
Okay.
So let's take it down.
So your mom is
if
around,
my mom
and
is not
because
around,
she's your mom, you expect that she would do nothing.
What I'm saying is, did we even ask this woman, did you have any health challenge?
Oh.
You know, some older women, they have challenges. But how many of them, you understand? But how many of them will come out to say all these things? But because this wife is a social media person, just tweet and send it. You understand? So it is a privilege and not a right. And for me personally, I think there are some of our cultures that need to be reworked.
Okay.
You understand? It needs to be reworked because in some climes, these things don't work that way.
Okay.
There are places where you go to, for the first 6 months of a child, you get somebody to take care of that child.
So when you, what about you don't have the capacity, you don't have the funds to, you don't just get someone from anywhere. You understand? Probably you don't have siblings.
Yes,
you don't
but
have siblings that
it is
can
not
help
compulsory you
so
get
you, and you don't have money to take a nanny or something. You just need to use what you have.
An elderly person can come. It must
An
not
elderly
be.
person, yes, that is why that woman came.
But that woman
An
is not.
An elderly person because she's more experienced, and this young woman.
You can sit and teach somebody.
Learn.
You can teach and teach somebody.
You can sit and teach.
Exactly.
If you don't mind me coming in here,
okay.
The situation is, I'm not saying a mother-in-law should come and not do anything.
Okay.
CS, someone needs to take care
You
of
get
that
it.
place.
You get
if I don't know anything, I think I've seen a couple, someone needs to. So whether the mother-in-law is doing that, then she relax and just, I don't know. But ordinarily, it's good for someone to come in and help you out at that moment. I think the woman is just a little pained that, Haba, Grandma, you're here.
Get it.
You should be able to take care of one or two things, and which is one of the things we do. You don't just come and, I expect my mom when she comes. It's not even something we debate.
Do you get it?
Because ordinarily, my mom even wants to take care of me. That is the
and
big
you
son,
see this
understand?
mom, Juvie, you see this mother. When it comes to let's go abroad, so now I put to bed and you ask, that's the word, who will come and do Omugo? Is Omugo you say you want to come and do? Who will come and do Omugo? I mean, in London, Toronto. Everybody will say, it's mommy, because she knows how to take care of the baby. She will bath the baby. No, daddy will not be able to do anything. So now let's assume it's outside the country. So this woman will now come, you travel her, all the way from Nigeria to wherever, and she will now come and cross leg and not do the job.
Let me quickly.
We're trying to wrap up now,
yes,
but
let me quickly chip in this.
Okay.
I think as a society develops, we should not force our mother-in-laws, our aged parents.
Okay.
We should not force them to do these things. It should come willingly.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because you should not force them and say, oh, because it's my mom, she must come and do this.
But really, do you think they are being forced to do so? A lot of mothers want to go see their baby.
I've seen, I've seen.
Yoruba will say, "Oh, mommy."
And seeing is different from those ones. You understand? There are times
they want to spend time.
It is not, yes, spend time, not coming there to clean table to. You understand? That's what I'm saying.
No, nobody's expecting that. Nobody's expecting
because the lady in this contest says the mother-in-law just crossed leg and started watching movies.
That's because
she can watch movies.
Yes,
maybe she came to our son's house to watch
that's
movies.
Because
you understand? That is allowed. I think for me personally, it's a conversation that
let's do 10 seconds. I think let's do 10 seconds.
There's no one side fix it all. For every, there's individuality. Even if you're doing a skin graft, you have to check the compatibility. So for this family, that's their peculiarity.
Okay.
I think it's the woman should have spoken to her husband. It's not your husband can talk to the mother, and you won't have to be the one. It will save you unnecessary headache.
Of course.
Mommy, did your wife tell you? No. I just felt maybe you could help her. She looks a bit stressed, and it takes the burden off you.
Juvie will be a very good husband.
I am a very good man.
Juvie is buying into your heart already.
Okay, so let's have your 10 seconds.
Okay, for me, I think communication is key. If any of your parents that are coming, please communicate with them. Mom, are you okay? Do you want to come? These are some of the challenges we have in the family. Do you want to come and help us? Or how is your health challenge? Will you be able to cope? Not just saying, babe, your mom should come and take care of the child. You understand? I think for me, these are conversations that the husband and the wife should have.
Okay, that's it. Well, it's a conversation both parties should have and decide what exactly to do. If you ask me, I would say I think I'm going to support Juve as well. No one side fits it all. You know, it might work for this family and not work for the other family. Of course, you don't need to force anybody. And again, you can actually ask for someone that is more agile, you know, in the family, like a younger person to do the run around and all of that. Like you also mentioned Israel, the mother can be there and, you know, tell the younger one, okay, do it this way, do it this way. You know, and from there, the new mother will be learn or will learn along the line. So, I mean, I think basically that would work. And for that family, that young lady that have come out to complain, we want to apologize. You know, on grandma's behalf, probably there's one health challenge.
To apologize to grandma too.
Or the other. Grandma wants to apologize to you too for calling you out on social media. All right. Okay, so guys, until tomorrow, right, we'll be coming your way again on the show, The Banter. I remain Grace Komolafe. Do have an amazing time out there. And once again, I want to go back to no grief for anybody. Do it positively, not negatively. See you then. Bye.